The two women that you see in this video clip are a prime example as to why so many younger black men and a few black women, but mostly black men, are running away from the Democrat Party and supporting Donald Trump. And if they're not supporting Donald Trump, they're just not going to vote at all. And mark my word, you heard it here first. After November's election, you are going to see them start pointing the finger at black men for not supporting Kamala Harris. I guarantee it.
Alicia, let's talk about some of these crosstabs because Vice President Harris has made up ground in Georgia with young voters and independents. But if you drill down, you'll see that according to this poll, only 77% of black voters are backing her at this point. Do you believe those numbers, or what more can she do here?
It's a good question. I believe some of the numbers. I have some questions about others. There's another piece in there that 12% of black voters are still undecided. I'm going to say something that is going to be a little bit controversial and somebody's going to be mad at me, I'm sure. But I actually think it's black men who are not willing to say that they can't vote for a woman. And it's a conversation that we've not had yet in the black community openly, but we need to have it. And I think the choice is clear. I don't understand why anyone is still undecided at this moment. I will say, though, in terms of making ground, when I think about where President Biden was and now where Kamala Harris is, I think she's done an exceptional job with closing the gap with young people, as you said. Closing the gap with independent voters. I think that's why the number of independent voters has decreased in terms of, those who are not sure how they're going to vote. And so I think she's doing great, and I'm excited, and I believe that she's actually going to win Georgia. And I think those folks, particularly young people, we're going to spend a lot of time targeting them and make sure they turn out.
So there's a lot of things wrong with what she said, and just to give y'all a little context, this is taken from a clip of a show called The Georgia Gang. It is a, locally broadcast show here in Georgia, and they try to have a balanced panel with, half Democrats, half Republicans, and the moderator, of course, is supposed to be neutral. Now, that black woman that you heard speaking, her name is Alicia Thomas Searcy. She's a former state representative. She ran for state school superintendent and lost. Because Georgia's still a Republican state. We got a Republican governor, Republican lieutenant governor, Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican agricultural commissioner. We Republican up and down the board. This black liberal woman, she is just like the majority of black liberal women who worship the Democrat Party. They believe that we as black men are not falling in line like we're supposed to in voting Democrat. We're not voting blue no matter who. So she's in her feelings and she says that we're not going to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman. Really? No, it's not that she's a woman. That's not the reason why black men don't like Kamala Harris. Black men are men like anybody else. We see right through her BS. We see that Kamala Harris is a fraud. We see that Kamala Harris is a phony, and she's not black. That racial identity and identity politics is working on a lot of black women and some effeminate black males. And I'm not going to disrespect her family because I know she's a wife and a mother, but I don't understand how you're a married black. What kind of husband do you have where you just blindly support this party and you have no discernment to realize that this is the party that aids and promotes the destruction of black people. The Democrat Party is anti-God, anti-family, anti-black, anti-freedom. This is the same woman who said that she would support mandatory vaccines for COVID for children going back to school a couple years ago when she ran for governor against, state school superintendent. So they just blindly follow the Democrat Party. A lot of black women and black males, mostly effeminate black males. And I talked to a young black woman that I know who's also a conservative like myself not too long ago. And I said, why do you think that so many young black women are just so in love with the Democrat Party? And she said, because they're single. And I knew the answer before she even said it, but I just wanted to hear what she had to say. And she's 100% right. a lot of young black women are single and don't have no man to lead them and guide them. And whether you believe it or not, the female was designed to be led by the male. That's just an incontrovertible fact, because men are led by our logic and our reason. Women are led by the emotion. Now, I don't know nothing about this woman's husband, never met him, but like I said, I know she's a wife and a mother, but he can't be properly leading her. He can't. He's not properly leading her, because no masculine heterosexual male will allow his wife to blindly support this party. Period. Men can get pregnant, abortion up until birth, giving children hormone blockers, men and women's sports, men and women's bathrooms. We know how the Democrat Party gets down. It's like they number one priority is abortion and LGBT. Two things that don't help American society at all. But this is who they are. And I got one more clip I'm going to show of the white liberal woman who said something just as egregious about the black male.
To get your take on the polls, but I also want to get your take on what Alicia said. As somebody who is a champion of Democratic women, what is your take on what she said about African American men and supporting a female candidate?
I think Theron has alluded to that same thing about African American men maybe not even answering polling questions right. African American men maybe not even answering polling questions right.
You see what I'm saying? She says African American men are not even answering polling questions right. So are you saying that African American men are illiterate? You saying we can't read? You saying we can't comprehend? I've said this before and I'll say it 1,000 times more. The white liberal, male or female, is the puppet master, and the black liberal is the puppet. Okay? The black male, if you're a masculine heterosexual black male, you are not welcome in the Democrat Party. Like I said in the previous slide, the single black women and the black women that are married to or in relationships with beta males, effeminate, vaginal black males who are weak, the sellout black males, these black pastors, your D.L. Hughley's of the world, your Ricky Smiley's of the world, all these sellout black males, Roland Martin, aka Swollen Martin, these are the black males that are misleading these women. These are the black males that are co-signing their way of thinking. Okay? They're simps, they're sellouts, they're weak, they're effeminate, whatever you want to call them. A lot of them are homosexual. That's just an incontrovertible fact. We saw the Roland Martin situation where a butt-naked man was on his computer screen during one of his live broadcasts. I mean, come on, bro. And we can talk about this all day long. All these black males in these high places that have been caught with other men in the Democrat Party. So, no. The other lady's name, the white woman's name is Melita, I believe. I guess she's from rural Georgia. She's obviously an older, heavy-set white woman. She's a hardcore Democrat. Very big on abortion, even though I don't even know if she has any kids. I don't know if she's ever been married, but it's just amazing to me how this party is just so hell-bent on deleting babies. Like, they love abortion. The black woman was talking about how the abortion issue is going to energize black women, when in reality, even though black women do vote blue no matter who most of the time, the abortion issue is not that big of an issue for black women. I don't believe that black women run to the polls specifically because of abortion. A lot of white liberal women do. Black women do lead the nation when it comes to abortion. 38% of all abortions are black women going to go seek abortion. But I don't believe black women are doing it because black women love destroying unborn babies. I think it's primarily because it's simply convenience. I cannot have this baby if I don't want to, so I'm going to go get rid of it. And I'm going to do another video about the black woman who passed away a couple of years ago, who they're now trying to use that story to get women to the polls in Georgia. But that was 2 years ago. My question is, why are y'all bringing it up now? And it's obvious why they're bringing it up now, so they can try to get you in your feelings and get to the polls. But I ain't gonna say a whole lot more. I just wanted to say to the brothers, any black men that watch this video, stand tall, stand firm. If you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. If you want to vote third party, vote third party. You don't want to vote, don't vote. Do what you want to do, bro. But don't let these black or white women shame you. Don't let these effeminate, limp-wristed black males shame you. These sellout celebrities shame you. You stand tall. You let your coconuts hang like a man, and you do what men are supposed to do, which is do what we want to do. Men do what they want. Boys do what they can. And I'm going to leave y'all with that. Like the video, share, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one.